Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man, the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. The claim that I'm lazy be killing me, make me this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
First breath I took a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. And shoot PK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Armed and tape, what was made for our sakes. March like a tank, one step will make the ground shake. My people sick in they head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in enslaved memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies, the only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. Cause heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull a trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. For I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, if need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say, cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way.
This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with the angels, boy, I can't be touched. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with the angels, boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch, they hate but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight, I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace, and I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144, I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My youth became soldiers, ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success, you make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be this life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched.
And I can't let no holding lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with ya. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint you picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is it factor? If revenge was a woman, now I stole that bitch like Jacob. So time war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand it. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real triggered on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cow liver? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't no who got this gun, it's no who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. 3 soldiers from the dead, this raised up the chain. 3 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and treat you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't want
wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him. Just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like it with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter. God hit him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side. Yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I am. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Shalom, Yahweh Shah Barakatah to the Akim. Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Alatah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to the Aqua. I'm Officer of 1,000, Awadiyah, and this is the Detroit Brotherhood class, man. The ISUPK under Commander General Hachaanakah, man. We've been doing this thing since 1969, man. Rocking it out, waking brothers and sisters up in this truth, man. And again, this is the Brotherhood class, which, as I always like to say, man, it's just like one of my favorite classes, and also one of the most important classes. Because why? Brotherhood is what's going to do what? Get us into the kingdom.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh, kind of. Brotherhood is how we're going to establish the kingdom, man. That is the thing. That is the direct thing that's going to get us into the kingdom, and that's why this is such a heavy class for me. Such a heavy class for me, man, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to be teaching this class. Okay. With that being said, we're going to touch on a couple of topics today, man, because as we see the things that's going on in the world today, we know this kingdom is what? Coming to an end. It's getting closer and closer to that end. Salaki Mashai, you can let me know anytime we have any questions online, Baba Kashai. Out of wine, if I may. Yeah, we seeing it's getting closer and closer to the end, and it's getting closer and closer to that time, man, where our deliverance is at hand, man, and we finally starting to come out of the ways of America. As you can see, the school is just growing and growing and growing, man. And our oppressor, man, he has oppressed us long enough, man. He's oppressed us long enough. He's had fun. It's been a game. He's enjoyed it. He's laughed and mocked us, and anything you could think of, this oppressor has done to us, man. And it's finally getting closer and closer to our time to get out of this kingdom, man. And I thank the Most High for that, man. Cause good night. If it wasn't for the ISUPK, it's no telling where any of us would be. We would all be caught up in this garbage, man. And today we're just gonna start off at Lamentations, the 2nd chapter. We're gonna start at Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, man. Our oppressor, man. Let me tell you something about our oppressor. Our oppressor get his laughs off destroying us, man. They enjoy the way they destroy us inside of this kingdom, man. And yet still some of us we refuse to come out of this. Okay? Let's get it. We got Lamentations, the 2nd chapter. We're going to start at the 14th verse. I'm going to pick it up at the 14th verse. Lamentations.
This is Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
Your prophets, we see vain, Salakia, and foolish things for thee. Salakia, go ahead.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
Even though they see these vain and foolish things, they what? They didn't discover iniquity in it. They think, why? Because of what? We in America, right? We in America. Your Christian pastors, we see the foolish things and vain things for thee, right? But guess what? They don't discover no iniquity in those things. They don't discover iniquity in eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. They don't see iniquity in celebrating Christmas. What we got coming up, Halloween. They don't see no iniquity in any of those things. It's like, go ahead, Baba Kasha, sir.
Today is Columbus Day.
And today is Columbus Day. Good night. Today is Columbus Day. They don't see iniquity in Columbus. How can you not? This is the most insane thing. How do you not see iniquity in Columbus Day? You don't discover any iniquity in Columbus Day? How is this day even celebrated? How do you even celebrate a day like Columbus Day? They took Columbus, knowing what Columbus did, knowing what he did, and gave him a day to be celebrated. That is your oppressor in a nutshell. That is your oppressor in a nutshell. You got something, Shah, that you about to bring out?
Yeah,
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. By all means.
I just want everybody to know who Columbus is. For real.
Hachaanakah. I didn't even
give him a title, if you want to celebrate him.
Hachaanakah.
He should be celebrated for who.
I should not have missed that.
He really is.
Hachaanakah, sir.
And let me see if I can find the quote real quick.
Yeah, Columbus Day, man. Columbus came here and helped murder the Native American Indians, and he got a day named after him, okay? Thanksgiving Day might as well be Columbus Day, too. They the same dang on thing, man, which shows you what your oppressor think of you. So, like, you got him, Messiah? Okay, go ahead, sir.
In referring to Christopher Columbus on this website called oatmeal.com, theoatmeal.com, they simply refer to him as the father of the transatlantic slave trade.
Good night.
That's who Columbus really is. And here's why. Real quickly, here's why. And I cut through the chase.
No, go ahead, sir.
Okay. There was a rebellion down in Central America. Well, Columbus went over there to get gold. This set the precedent for the remainder of Columbus' interaction with the native people. On the 1492 voyage, Columbus described them as healthy, generous, hospitable people. When the Santa Maria was shipwrecked, the Lucayan natives worked for hours to rescue the ship, saving the crew and cargo. When Columbus returned home, that's to Spain, he took 25 Lucayan natives with him. Of those 25, 7 survived the voyage. Where there was kindness in the natives, Columbus saw weakness, and he concluded his 1492 journal entry with this: I could conquer the whole of them with 50 men and govern them as I please. Drop down. Despite quelling the rebellion, Columbus still didn't have the gold he wanted. Not wanting to return home, meaning to Spain, empty-handed, Columbus rounded up 500 Lucayan natives and chained them below the decks of his ship and returned them to Spain so they could be sold as slaves. Of those, 300 survived. Another 500 natives were enslaved and kept in the New World. They were forced to feed, care for, and even carry Columbus's men around on their back. This resulted in many Lucayans fleeing into the mountains to escape enslavement, and Columbus's men took to hunting these refugees down for sport, and after murdering them, using their bodies the dog food. This is who Columbus is. He is the father of the transatlantic slave trade. Salakia, Baba Kishah.
Oh no, what you bringing out is heavy. What you bringing out is real heavy, man. They saying he is the father of the transatlantic slave trade, because of course, what like he brought out, he went back and said his report was, man, I need about 50 of them, just 50 men. I need 50 men, and we can subdue them basically. 50. That is your oppressor. Kind of, sir. Go ahead.
I'm gonna find another spot. You brought that out that he said, all I need is 50 men. I could take that.
Kind.
Let me show you what he got when he went back home.
Because that's heavy to think while everybody is sitting back and thinking, and we get taught in school that he's discovering America and he done such great thing. The only thing he did, and I wish we could find that where they show that he used the book of Ezra to even know he was over here. The only thing that he did was look for the Lord's chosen, was look for Israelites to oppress them. That's the only thing he did. Go ahead, Mashah.
His rest of the story on Columbus. Upon returning to Spain, remember he went back home.
Khan, to give his report. Khan, sir.
Right, and 7 of the 25 survived. Columbus sold the queen on the idea of a new world saturated in wealth and prosperity beyond her wildest dreams. She, in turn, outfitted him. You ready for this?
Khan, sir.
With 17 ships, 1,500 men, and an arsenal of swords, crossbows, and cannons.
An arsenal of what? Say that again, Mashah?
Swords, crossbows, and cannons.
And you wonder why they say the Mayans is extinct. You can't find no Mayans no more. They say that they extinct. Salakia, sir. Go ahead. That was all?
Come. He when he saw what was in front of him, he went back to Spain and prepared for slaughter.
Did it say it said they gave him 17 ships?
17 ships.
Good night, Irene. He came back with war on him. War was in his heart.
No, what it said, his tongue was smooth.
His tongue, I was just about to say, sir. I was just about to say that. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. He went over there and talked nice to the Native Americans. He ain't think about it. He didn't say, we gonna come back and murder y'all and slay y'all.
He talked real sweet.
He said, we gonna go back over there and take over that new world.
If I could.
Khan, sir.
So Columbus returned to the New World, this time armed to the teeth. Upon his arrival, he demanded the Lucayan people give his men food and gold and allow them to have sex with their women. And when the Lucayans refused, Columbus responded by ordering that their ears and their noses be cut off.
Good night.
So that the now disfigured offenders could return to their village and serve as a warning to others.
Good gracious alive.
That's the real Columbus.
That's Christopher Columbus, man. That's your oppressor. This is who they teach our children to celebrate in school. That's what they teach us. He sent them. He's demanded. He didn't go back and talk nicely with him and see what would see, and try to basically get in where he fit in, and try to get along with them. He came back with cannons and 17 ships and guns and knives and all kinds, and said, "Look here, this is how it's gonna be." Salaki, go ahead, sir.
He said, with 50 men, he could subdue them.
Khan.
The queen gave him 30 times that number.
17 ships of men, armed to a T.
30 times what he thought he needed. And they were armed with the latest weaponry.
Khan, sir.
Our brothers and sisters down in Central America, but this is Central America, the West Indies.
Con.
This is where he's traveling, in that area. Cuba, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, this is the area he's traveling. And down there, when they had a fight, you know, they got sticks and rocks, you know what I'm saying?
Con.
They got, you know, made some spears and maybe got a rock to them.
Made things for hunting.
Right.
Hunting food.
He come back with cannon. They're talking about if he had a cannon, that means he was dealing with what? Gunpowder.
Damn right. And that's so heavy, sir. That's crazy, because that's how you know the Bible is real, because it said Esau is what? He got blessed with that sword. He got blessed with that sword, man, and Columbus came back armed to a teeth. With one thing on his mind: murdering the people that was there. And more importantly, guess what? He knew the people who he was engaging with.
That's right.
It's not like it was a random group of people. He knew the people he was setting sail to go find. He found them, and he knew what he was gonna do to them the whole time. He knew what he was going to do from the day he left the shore. He knew who he was looking for, and he knew exactly what he was going to do to him. So he was just going to fill him out, so to speak. That made me want to bring this one scripture out. Let's get Zechariah 11 and 5. I gotta bring this. I cannot go and not just bring this scripture out after that just got read. Salakia. Because it's amazing, man. It's amazing, and it show you how little of respect the oppressor, how little of respect the oppressor got for us as a people, man. They uplift their murderers. They went over there to the so-called to the Native Americans, and tried to extinct them. They put smallpox in their blankets. They murdered them. They basically raped them women, because the women wasn't really trying to, they raped them damn women over there. Salakia. That's what they did. Went over there and took everything by force. That's why the queen sent them with cannons and 17 ships. They wasn't coming over there peaceably. They was going over there to take anything they wanted. Your oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speak of. Salakia. You got that, Mashai?
We get the right version. I just put it, start reading, find out what the heck.
Okay. Yeah, your oppressor is the devil the Bible speak of, man. Only a devil would think that way. No normal, rational thinking human being think that way. I mean, countries have wars amongst each other. But it's not just one person coming and all he thinking about is subduing. Only a devil thinks like that. Only a devil thinks like that, to set sail to find the people just to try to wipe them out on the whole other side of the earth that they probably didn't even know existed, until they read the goddamn Bible. So, like, you got that, Mashai?
I sure do.
Kind of read that, sir.
I do want to put it on the screen real quick. Give me 1 second.
Kind of, sir.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
He slayed them. That's what Christopher Columbus wanted to do, man. He went to the Native Americans and went back to the Queen and made his report and said, I only need 50 people. If you give me 50, I can subdue these people, man. He went back to slay them, and that's what he did. He slayed. Go ahead, Mashai.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
They say it's a good thing to do this. They think it's an excellent thing to do this. Why? Because, again, your oppressor is the devil, man, and he wants to oppress God's chosen people. So to him, it's a great thing. This is a rewarding thing. Read on, Mashai.
Come. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord.
Blessed be the Lord.
For I am rich.
For I am rich. Blessed be the Lord. They ain't talking about the God of the Bible. I'll tell you that. They talking about their own little Caesar Borgia. The things that they do to us. The things that they do to us, man, they think it is the greatest thing on earth. Because guess what? Guess what they know? They know who we are for real. They know who we are on this earth for real. And their whole purpose has always been to tear us down, man. He said he need 50 people. She sent 17 boats over there with cannons. With cannons. Now imagine this. We trade. We doing trades with one another and things of that nature. And we only really have weapons to hunt. So we just easily making a spear or something out of some tree branch or something of that nature. Maybe a rock into something sharper, so we can stab the fish or whatever, or stab the boar or whatever it may be. We just basically using it to hunt. We got a system in place where we trading. We trading up and down that whole little coastline, from America, the West Indies, Jamaica, Haiti. We in trade with one another. And here come Christopher Columbus and 17 ships of men, armed to a T with cannons, and enslave us, rape, rob, and murder everybody that they incite that didn't comply. That did not comply to his garbage. Okay? Rape, rob, and murder everybody that did not comply. And said, I'm rich. They look at all this look at all this gold we got as he raping the land.
That's right.
Look at all these diamonds we got as they raping the land. Over here they got diamonds. Over here is cotton. Over here is sugar. Over here is this, that, and the third. They going up and down that whole coastline like good night. It's just a plethora of things for us to take from these people. And it will make us rich if we do this. We'll be rich. We'll take everything from their land and give them nothing. Blessed be the Lord. Blessed be the Lord that we're going to murder, rape, rob, and take everything away from these people and give them nothing in return. It's like, you have something, sir?
Con. I just pulled. Yeah, I got a scripture here. When you talk about they know, and we talk about the heathen, they know who we are. We are destroyed and we are lost. We are the lost children of the house of Israel because we don't know who we are.
Sir.
They know who we are. If we go to the book of Judith and go to the 20th verse, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, talking about Israel up in the mountain, and they sin against their God, let us consider that the sin against their God, shall be their ruin. See, we cannot be conquered unless we have previously turned our back on the Most High.
Damn right.
So, therefore, if we use logical deduction, we have been conquered. We are destroyed people. Therefore, I can correctly assume somewhere along the line, we as a people turned our back on the Most High.
That's right.
And we're still in our captivity because we continue to turn our back on the Most High, celebrating things like Columbus Day.
Damn right. Celebrating things like Columbus Day, Christmas, and let me tell you something. These next, even though I hate all this nonsense, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I really despise those two holidays. I don't know which one I dislike more of the two. I hate all of this garbage because it's junk. And what angers me more than anything is that they force this stuff on our people, man. What angers me more than anything is like we just celebrated right before we in the Feast of Tabernacles, of course. So right before this was the Day of Atonement. While we trying to get ourselves prepared for the Day of Atonement, your oppressor is so much of the devil that he bought up that he has to have Halloween around this time, where you dress up like ghouls and goblins in scary movie and watch out for what's in the basement and behind the door. While we trying to make atonement for ourselves, man, while we trying to make sacrifice and fight our flesh from doing the wrong things, here he come pushing the wrong thing on us.
That's right.
And it's so calculated. It is such a calculated thing that he did. It's not a coincidence that it just turned out this way. This is a calculated, planned move by him. Calculated and planned by him, man. Your oppressor is so much, it will do anything to make sure that you what? That you stay in sin. He'll do anything to make sure that you stay in sin.
That's right.
And why would he do anything to make sure that you stay in sin? Because like we just read, as long as you stay in sin, as long as you keep sinning against the Most High, guess what? You will stay under his foot. So guess what your oppressor did? He implemented a system. He implemented a system to do what? Keep us in sin, man. Keep us in sin. That's why I thank the Most High. That's why I thank the Most High for the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
That's why I thank the Most High for because if it wasn't for the ISUPK being the watchman over us, we would be in a world of trouble. We would be in a world of trouble. We would never know the truth. We would never know the truth. And we would always be underfoot. We would always be underfoot. Let's get Ezekiel 32. 33 and 2. Ezekiel 33 and 2. The ISUPK is the goddamn watchman over Israel, man. I know a lot of y'all be in them fake Israelite groups and them Christian. Well, it's all Christian to me. I don't care whether you're Islam, in some fake Israelite group, a Buddhist, what they call it today, spiritual. That's what, not non-spiritual. They just call it. They just say I'm spiritual. They just spiritual.
They got the non-denominational.
Yeah, non-denominational. I don't care if you're one of them people who talk to the trees and think the leaves talk back to you. I don't care what none of that stuff is. That stuff is all Christian to me. It's only one truth, and that's the truth of this ISUPK coming under the Bible, under Commander General Hachaanakah, under the Most High in Christ.
That's
You got that, Messiah?
Come.
Read that.
Come. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them.
Now this is the Most High. This is the Most High. He having Ezekiel talk to the people. Slacky, go ahead, sir.
When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Now the Lord said when he bring a sword upon the land, man, when he bring a sword upon the land, he said the people should take a man from their land and make him a watchman. Meaning of their kind. A lot of us take Benny Hinn and what's that little Asian dude name? You know his name?
Philip
Prince. and Philip Prince, man. And all that garbage. You have to have him and then Caesar Borgia. And then what's happened? When that happens, you allow your oppressor to set up people like Creflo Dollar and T.D. Jakes.
Come.
They're not people, even though they are people, they're not really people of our land. They have sold themselves out to your oppressor. Go ahead, sir.
Don't forget Paula White and Joyce Myers.
Man, Paula White and Joyce Myers, good night. That's even more, because a woman really not even supposed to teach the scriptures.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's always been men that's prophets in the Bible, and some of you men, I don't understand it. You want to follow behind Joyce Myers. And what's her name? Paula who?
Paula White.
And ain't it Juanita Bynum or something like that?
Juanita Bynum.
Good night, Irene, man.
Marilyn Hickey. We can call them off now. They out there.
You want to follow behind all these people, man. That's not of the Most High, man. This is showing you why the UPK is so important, man. We would never allow any such things like this to happen, man. We breed men in this school, man. You're not following behind some woman or some nonsense like that when you're supposed to be leading your woman. Salaki Mashah, go ahead.
Come. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. Verse 3, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
And that's what we're doing in the ISUPK right now. We are blowing the trumpet and warning the people. Why are we warning them? Because we seeing these things in the Bible come to pass speedily. It ain't holding up no more. The scriptures say we're gonna be marrying and drinking and giving unto marriage. In other words, we're just gonna be going about our normal day, and then all hell is gonna break loose. We're gonna turn this way, everything gonna be fine. We're gonna look that way, and all hell is gonna be broken loose. It's gonna be that quick, 60 seconds. Okay? So right now, Commander General Yohana sending us out there. Well, actually, we've been doing this since the 60s. And Commander General Yohana sending us out there doing what? Blowing a trumpet, saying, come out of it. Stop wearing skinny pants. Come out of that. Stop wanting to be a woman. Can you imagine that, man? In this country, they teach men to want to be a woman. How disgusting is that, man? How in the hell? And you know who they push that garbage on? They push that garbage on our people, man. And then we run out there and we promote that stuff. And then if we say something about it, they tell us, you can't really say that about them. But you turning a man into a woman. Somebody got to step up and say something about it, man, because it's not right. You're not even really giving them a choice because you're putting it all on TV. So we have to monitor every damn show your child watch.
That's right.
It's all on the Disney Channel and the Nickelodeon Channel. They promoting this stuff to your children. Doing what? Making them grow up and think that stuff is okay, man. You have to have watchmen. Somebody has got to stand up and say, you know what? That ain't right, man. That's wrong. That's the importance of the ISUPK. Because a lot of them fake Israelite groups, they'll let their kids watch that.
That's right.
They'll let their kids watch that stuff, man. They don't make a distinction between it. It's okay, it's accepted, because they want to go hand in hand with their oppressor. Your child won't watch that in here, man. You got not in here. We blow the trumpet in here, man. We see the destruction of this place coming. We see the destruction of this place coming, and it is coming fast. I know to some people it seems slow, but to me it's coming swift. I look up every day and I see something where I just like, oh Lord, oh Lord, it's an oh Lord moment. Every moment I woke up, every morning I wake up, whether it's the rockets that North Korea just fired, or something happening over there between China and Taiwan. What's going over there with Russia and Ukraine? This thing is so much on the verge of World War III, man. That's why it's so important for us to get out there every Saturday. We're not doing this for us. We got the truth. We know how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We can just sit in our house and just keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and then gather ourselves together on the feast days.
That's right.
But we are watchmen. We go out there for our people. For our people, man. Salakia, go ahead, Michelle. What's that, 4?
You said 4?
No, what verse was we at? 3 or 4?
Verse 4.
Hachaanakah.
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning.
And taketh not warning, man. We have people that walk past our camp all the time who actually need this. They don't even know or realize that they need this, man. They've been so beat down by the oppressor. They have no clue that this is what they need. They don't have no clue that this is like Gatorade for them. You know, when you play sports, and then you get that, you be a little lag, and they say that Gatorade, them electrolytes, pick you back up. Well, this is what this is like for them, man. It's that pick them back up thing, that thing that'll pick them back up and wake them up, and like the Most High did with Adam, pull them out the dust, man, from a low state, and clean them up, man. And they walk right past the camp, man, and they don't even realize it. And it's not their fault. It's a result of as to what has been done to them. A result of what the oppressor has done to them, man. He don't know any better. He don't think any better. His ears won't even hear it because he's so used to hearing what the oppressor has for him. Where we at, sir?
Come. This is Ezekiel 33, verse 4. That then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
And you hear that? That's heavy, man. And that's why we go out there, because we don't want the sword to come to any brother or sister, man. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, if I could. This is a hell of a verse right here. Whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet is the priests and prophets of the ISUPK.
Damn right.
Out there on the weekend doing these classes, during the week, having these different feasts and celebrating holy days, having these barbecues, inviting all of Israel to come back to the Most High. This is, we are sounding the trumpet. Lift up thy voice as a trumpet. That's why we so loud. That's why we don't go away.
Damn right, sir.
We want these Christians to understand what the Bible is really saying. It said that whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning. Have you heard the ISUPK anywhere America?
Damn right there.
Have you turned on your internet and a video came across that some niece, nephew, brother or sister sent you, where you got this fella dressed up in these clothes talking about Commander General Hachaanakah and Yahushua and all of that?
Damn right, sir.
Then you've heard the trumpet. That's what we want them to know. Then you've heard the trumpet. Like you said, every one of these classes is a warning. Is that trumpet warning.
Damn right,
It
sir.
said, and taketh not warning. That means you keep on celebrating Christmas. You hear Officer Awaya in here tonight, and you still making plans to get that extra liquor for New Year's Eve.
Kind of okay, sir.
You see? And you got that special watch on layaway for Valentine's Day. In other words, you're going to stay after he's sounding this warning tonight in the Brotherhood class. You decide that you're going to stay in Egypt. You're going to stay in Babylon. You're going to stay in America.
Kind of okay, sir.
Look, your blood is on your own hands. That's what the scriptures say. If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. It's on you now.
It's on you.
Officer and my brother Awaya has done everything he can do, and that's to tell you the truth, to wake you up, Christians, Muslims. And with that, I'm done.
Kind of okay, sir. What you bringing out is so heavy because, again, somebody has to do it. You can't. At some point, you got to realize, for our women, that twerking is not the way.
That's right.
At some point, you gotta realize being FREE, brotherless free, is not the way for you. Oh, why so many of our women be miserable in them streets? They don't have a man, and then they get a man and they get the right man and they don't know how to treat him because what? Nobody ever showed them how to treat a man and how to keep a man and how to hold a man. They too busy worried about twerking in the club. No man don't want his woman twerking in the club all weekend, every weekend. You don't want that. No man, like we was driving the other day, the brother, and we saw the brother in the car. She just in the car, just going. The brother just sitting there with his head down. That brother was just sitting. Am I right, Bashar? The brother was just in the car with his head down, man, and that sister was going to town on him.
Poor fella.
Bashar looked at that brother and said, man, I feel bad for that brother. He just sitting there with his head down, and she just going to work on him, man. That mouth was running. That brother should be in here. He would learn how to tell her to shut the hell up. Shut your goddamn mouth, woman. You going way too far. Salakia. I didn't mean to get too far off of the topic, but yeah, like you said, sounding the horn, man. But our people would rather follow the oppressor so much. I was talking to a brother one day. I don't know whether I brought this out, but the brother said that he knew that the so-called Jewish man wasn't the real Jew, but for some reason he still studied under them. Meaning he got his Jewish study Bible, he using the words that they use, they're writing, they're everything. And I'm sitting there in amazement. I'm like, well, brother, if you know Christ is black, you know they not the real people, you sitting here hollering about how you searching for the truth and all this kind of stuff, and I'm giving you the truth. You gonna turn me down to go study under them who you know is lying? I said, that brother, his blood will be on his, if he don't repent, his blood will be on his own hands. Because that is silly and ridiculous. You found no lie in anything that I'm telling you, but they can lie to you and you will still run up under them. You are a fool.
That's heavy.
You are a fool.
Baba Shah, if I could.
That's
heavy as hell. That's heavy as hell. Think about it. All of black Christianity, when they sneak and listen to our videos, when they over in the shadow when we street speaking, all the black Christianity is saying, yeah, y'all right.
Con.
Yeah, y'all, you whisper, yeah, y'all right.
Con.
But you're not willing to give up Thanksgiving or Christmas, though. You know, if they take away, all they got to do is threaten to take away your Christmas, and now we a cult. Yeah, we a cult.
Con.
You telling us everything we say is true. But as soon as they say, well, you got to give up Christmas, you got to give up Valentine's Day, you got to give up Mother's Day, and you got to give up your birthday. You like to hell with y'all Israelites.
To hell with y'all Israelites.
To hell with y'all Israelites. You're going to have fun. Well, the brother is sending out the warning, and when you say to hell with us Israelites, you are acknowledging that you got the warning.
Damn right. Damn right. Goddamn right. And a lot of brothers, and you know why they do that, Mashai? Because they scared of their wife. Their wife gonna leave them. There's gonna be an argument every night. That's why they do it. The fear of their wife. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose whatever little bit of money they got, whatever little bit. They're afraid of losing the pleasures of this world. They don't want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to sacrifice anything. That's why the time when it comes to stand strong on it ain't when you just in front of us talking about how right we are. That ain't the time when you stand strong on it. The time when you stand strong on it is when your oppressor is saying, I'm going to take away these grants that we give y'all for Christian churches if you keep talking about that old Israelite stuff.
Come.
You tell him to take that and shove it. You tell him to take that and shove it, man. You tell your wife, put your wife in check and get your house in order, because if you scared to say you an Israelite because of your wife and quit celebrating Christmas because of your wife, and you gon' that's another thing. You know what else, Mashai? That's why a lot of people don't want to even acknowledge that they Israelites, because they too busy wanting to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, that lust. They don't want to give any of those things up. They too busy having a ball and a blast inside this kingdom, not realizing the sword is up on the land.
That's heavy.
The sword is up on this land, man. And you had better get your act together, man, because the Most High is not playing. He not playing. He tired of seeing his people suffer inside of this kingdom. We pray to the Most High every goddamn day, and he is going to answer our prayers. Our prayers not going unanswered inside the UPK, man. We want justice for the things that's been done to our people, man. And the Most High is going to bring that justice. It's like, so you was getting something?
Come. Folks need to wake up and understand God don't love everybody.
God don't love, the Most High don't love everybody.
God ain't Casper the damn ghost. Now he ain't the Michelin man. He ain't the Pillsbury doughboy. He ain't gonna let you punch him in the stomach with a finger and go, hee hee. No, he ain't gonna do that. Ain't what's really going on. What's really going on, that the Most High is austere. He don't play, right, and he ain't got no jokes for you.
No jokes.
He ain't no joke. Listen to what he, if I could bring this precept. You know, while you running around here thinking you got a personal relationship with God and you can do any damn thing you want to, and you can get in your husband's way, and you can not honor your husband, and you can pressure your husband not to be in the truth. Listen to this. This is Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 24, and we're going to start at verse 15. Then the word of the Lord came to me. Verse 16. Son of man, with one blow, I am about to take away from you. Do I have the right version? That don't sound right. Salakia.
But what you're saying is so heavy, sir. What you're saying is so heavy, man. A lot of people, like, especially when you in Christian churches, it's something I was hearing for years. Maybe 10. I was hearing this maybe 10 or 15 years ago inside of Christian churches. Everybody was always saying, "We in the end times. We in the end times." But it wasn't until I came into the UPK that I actually had those things broken down and explained to me. And knowing this nation that you're reading right here, this is this group of people. This nation of people right here, this is this group. Once I started learning all that, everything started making sense then. Before then, I was so lost because I didn't know. It's like you got a board, but you don't know none of the players on the board. That's how it was. I didn't know anything. I didn't know who Esau was and things of that nature.
Come.
How the hell can I understand what I'm reading if I don't know who the hell I'm talking about? And that's a lot of problems with Christians. Salakia, sir. Go ahead. Salakia, sir.
No, you right on point. You right on point. Because Christians, and when we say Christians, we mean anything that ain't an Israelite is a Christian.
Damn right.
Anybody that got a religion is a Christian.
Kind of what kind?
It's the idea. Religion is the idea of being anti-Most High, the Most High.
Damn right.
All the religion is the same thing. It's Christianity. It's paganism. And they got a whole bunch of our sisters bamboozled and hoodwinked in the black Christian church.
Oh Lord.
In the black Christian church.
Oh,
they
Lord.
tell them, I've done gone back and listened to some preaching of some old black preachers. Some who I used to respect. And guess what? I found out, and all of them I went back and listened to, they wasn't saying shit, if I could Salakia, but they wasn't saying nothing to help Israelites to come back to the Most High.
Good.
They wasn't saying nothing. It was all garbage. It was all entertainers. And we tell them the truth. That's what, right now, the scriptures we finna discuss is why we call the home of the truth. These Christians think God loves everybody and Jesus finna come back and hug all the big titty white hairing mothers of the church. He's coming back to cut their head off. Listen to what happened to one. Don't you know Ezekiel got to be one of the Most High's favorite prophets?
Damn right.
Ezekiel got to be one of the Most High's favorite prophets. And if he's one of the Most High's favorite prophets, then you need to pay attention to how he treated Ezekiel and Ezekiel's family. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 24, verse 15. Also the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, this is Ezekiel talking. Verse 16, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes with a stroke. He just came to his prophet and said, I'm finna kill your wife and she gonna die from a stroke.
Good night.
Literally. God, they say God loves everybody. God, Jesus coming back gonna hug everybody. Ezekiel is a prophet. He's a major prophet.
Damn right.
Even the Christian church say he's a major prophet.
Damn right.
What happened to Ezekiel's wife?
She got put to death.
With a stroke. With a stroke. Sisters, get your act together, especially if you married to these priests and prophets of the Most High. If you in this ISUPK, you married to these priests and prophets in the ISUPK, I'm gonna warn you, be careful.
Damn right.
Because these are Ezekiel brothers that you married to.
Damn right.
These
Ezekiel brothers.
And what happened to one of Ezekiel wives? I don't know if he had any more, but it say that I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes with a stroke. And this is how hardcore the Most High is. Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down. The Most High said what he got us working on is so important.
Damn right.
So if one of my wives get in the damn way, and he have to kill her to get out of the way of me doing this business, he don't even want me to what? Cry. Don't you shed a tear.
Damn right.
Don't you get in your emotions.
Damn right. Don't you do it. That's heavy, sir. That is heavy. That's tied right back into what I was just saying a minute ago. You worried about losing your wife over serving the Most High. You see what I'm saying? You worried about, you don't want to stop celebrating Christmas because she gonna walk out the door on you. Damn that. You let her go. The Most High gonna bless you with 5.
Damn right.
He gonna bless you with 5. You let her go ahead and go. The Most High gonna bless you with 5. I'm telling you, man. You have to want to serve the Lord, man. And that's why the ISUPK, we are the watchman of this thing, man. Pick that up from verse 3, Mashab, Ezekiel 33:3.
Ezekiel 33:3.
Yeah, kind of. So read that one more time. Yeah, we are the watchman of this thing, Salakia. But yeah, this is what,
you like that, huh?
we do.
You like that?
This is what we do. I love this job. This I love doing this. Salakia.
This is Ezekiel. Same Ezekiel who lost his wife now.
Kind.
A few chapters ago. If this is Ezekiel 33:3, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
Which is what we do right now. Again, we see the sword up on the land. We see everything on the brink of World War III. The U.S. right now is preparing. They preparing for nuclear war.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They preparing for nuclear war right now. They ain't in. You don't think they in war anywhere? Why are they preparing for nuclear war? They see something that a lot of us ain't seeing. And we in the UPK, we see it. And we go out on them street corners and we warn you, it's about to be some nukes going. It's about to be, and we think that's a glorious thing because we know what's going to happen in the midst of that, Mashai? Christ's going to be returning.
That's right.
Christ's going to be returning, man. Y'all don't know how close we are to this thing being all the way over, man. Keep playing around. Keep twerking. Keep twerking. Man, keep turning our women into whores if that's what y'all want to do. I heard Tazariak say the most excellent thing the other day, as he always say this thing. It's one of the most excellent. Our women are hoes because we like hoes.
That's right.
If we would change what we like, our women would change, man.
That's right.
They would change. And who promotes that? Because we listen to our oppressor so much, he gives us a mindset to turn our women into hoes. He give us a mindset. He use us for everything. Anything that's wicked in the earth, he use us to push it. He uses us to push it, man. He uses us to push homo. How do he use us to push? He used us to push homosexuality. He used us to push cross-dressing. Put our men in dress. What kind of a man? We're talking about a man here. Wants to walk around in a dress. A dress is the most identifying thing you can have with a woman. So like I said, go ahead.
If I could, the scripture said, envy not thy oppressor and
choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways, right?
Choose none of his ways.
Well, understand, when we had to deal with Rome, we dealt with togas. And the toga ain't nothing but a goddamn dress. Okay? And because we want to be like the white, DWIGHT, man, we look like him. We make ourselves look like him, act like him, and stuff like that. That's why the Bible warns us over and over and over what not to do. So envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. He's the one that put on these dresses. What they call them? What they call them things up in Ireland?
Yeah, kilt.
Kilts. What the hell? That's a skirt.
That's a dress.
You see what I'm saying? What man wears them? They're not men.
It's something. It is something very, very. And the thing is too. So like you said, if I may, if that's what they want to do, why do they put that over on? Why do they use us to do that?
Again, Judas 5 and
Judah
20.
5 and 20, sir.
Judas 5 and 20. They know
5 and
if
20.
we are in sin against the Most High. Here, and see if this makes sense to you. Put this in your computer. See if this makes sense. If at any point in time enough Israelites turn back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High then begin to move for us again as He moved for us in Egypt. Even if we don't believe that, the rest of the world believes that. So what they do, they keep us enticed with all different types of sin so that we can stay in sin. And guess what? The Most High, as long as we are in sin as a people, the Most High will not come to fight for us. He will not come to talk to the other nations about us.
Damn right.
And so, since the other nations know this, they sell us sin wholesale.
Damn right. That's a heavy point you bring up. Give me Lamentations 2 and 15. Because all of the oppressor, as long as he's destroying us, man, as long as he's destroying us, this oppressor lives deliciously off our destruction. He lives deliciously off our destruction. So, like, I was going to finish that, but I want to pull this out right here. You got Lamentations 2 and 15?
Come. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, starting at verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
All that pass by, they clapping their hands, they cheering that we falling. They cheering that we falling. Hey, let me show y'all something. Let me show you how they clap their hands. Hey, play that clip, Michelle, I had you pull. The Meek Mills. Play that. I'll show you how they clap their hands at us, man. Y'all want to see how the oppressor clap their hands at us? Knowing because he know that we are God's chosen people. And they know what they're doing. They destroying us. And we falling. And they taking advantage of us. And they treating us any kind of way. Look, I want y'all to see this clip right here. Just a small, quick clip. This how your oppressor clap his hands at you. He clap his hands at you just like this. This how he do it. This is exactly what he do. This is exactly how he clap his hands at you. Come, play that. Can they hear the sound on it?
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud. Huh?
6, 7. Look at this disgusting.
Keep going. Keep going.
I can't take it. It's so disgusting. Meek Mills, Mr. Meek Mills millionaire, Willie Poppin, this nigga doing bunny hops, man. The person enjoying it, he laughing and clapping and having a good time while Meek Mills bunny hop around the goddamn tennis court. Read that again. Oh, you got the other dude in the, oh man, that's the baby. Play that. Look at this disgustingness, man. Look at how this is how your oppressor clap his hands at you. They just have a good time at your destruction. Look at this nonsense. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. This is how your oppressor clap his hands at you. Because he knows that you is chosen people of God. And this is what he do to you. That's how he clap his hands at you, man. That is how he claps his hands at you, just like that.
All right, so North Carolina, right? Born and raised? Charlotte to be exact?
Born in Cleveland, Ohio. Been in Charlotte since I was like 6 years old.
Right.
It's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much. Mr. The Baby supposed to knock everybody out, run the street. They got him walking around in a diaper. That's how he clap at you, man. Read, Messiah. Let's get back to that Lamentations 2 and 15 it was.
Come.
Yeah, that's how your oppressor clap at you, man. put a diaper on and make you bunny hop all around the place.
Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? Look at them now. Look at him bunny hopping on a goddamn tennis court and walking around in a diaper. Look at him now. Look at what we brought him down to. They clapping their hands and cheering. He laughing at Meek Mills as he bunny hops on a tennis court and what looked like some Daisy Dukes. Come on, man. Your oppressor clap and celebrate your destruction. Read.
Come. All that pass by clap their hands. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? The joy of the whole earth?
Why are they saying we the joy of the whole earth? Because the Most High separated us from these other nations. The Most High made us the joy of the whole earth. And look what they have brought us down to, the disgustingness that they have us doing inside of this kingdom. Is this the joy of the earth? You're going to take the joy of the earth and put them in a goddamn dress. That's what we're going to do. And now they got these purses that they got the men walking around with. Talking about they handbags or whatever garbage they call that. That's a purse. That is a purse, man. You walking around with a damn purse. So like you go ahead, verse, where we at?
Verse 16.
Verse 16.
All thine enemies have opened their mouths against thee.
And all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee inside of this kingdom right here. The Arabs, the Africans. So like, go ahead, sir.
If I could, and I'm going to show you how you can see all our enemies open their mouth against us. Because, see, we got some good niggas in America.
Goddamn right.
We got some good niggas in America. Until they want to buy NBC, and then they got to be on the Me Too campaign and go to jail for all type of sexual allegations from some shit that supposedly happened in the 60s. And his name is Bill Cosby.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
We always thought Bill Cosby was somebody until what? Next thing you know, he in jail for doing some stuff. What's his name? Goldstein?
Yeah.
Bernstein?
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein. Doing the same shit Weinstein did, supposedly, they say.
Kind.
You see that? And they open their mouths, said all thy enemy open their mouth against thee. All of them. So no matter what you thought you were, Israel, all they have to do is open their mouth against you and you crushed. You know it. All our safety, and this is a good thing, if I could. This is a good thing because you know what I don't have to depend on? My skill, my personal skill at being a professional defender of a community.
Damn right.
Because then I don't lift me up too high. Because we know our salvation is in our faith and obedience to Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Damn right.
To obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. We can do everything else, but we're going to still remain the same crushed people.
Damn right, sir. Damn right, sir. What you bringing out is heavy, man. All these nations opened up their mouth. And then another way they do it is, if you look around, if you look around the community, I was just thinking about this. The goddamn Arabs own every chicken shop in the black community. Like, I was literally in the chicken shop buying some chicken, and I'm thinking, I'm buying the chicken, I'm like, how do they own every chicken place I go to? Every one of them, though. Like, I don't care if I'm on the east side of Detroit, west side of Detroit, it does not matter.
That's right.
They own every chicken. I'm like, Negroes eat more chicken. I'm surprised it's chicken on the planet still as much chicken as we eat.
Yeah, right.
And yet still we don't own one chicken shop. That's because our enemies open their mouth against us. Gas stations, Our enemies open our mouth against us. How? And you don't see them living next door to you.
No, sir. They live in Dearborn.
They live in Dearborn, Ann Arbor, all these different places. Now, if you go to Dearborn, the second you cross, Warren, the second you cross Warren, all you see is they funny little writing. They, you know what I mean? They McDonald's don't even sell pork over there.
Exactly.
They McDonald's don't even sell pork over there.
You can't buy McRib in the Dearborn McDonald's.
Nah, you can't do that. They don't sell pork over there. They're not having that stuff in their community.
So what that teach you?
They run in their community.
Or our oppressor is in league with them. Give them. We're gonna honor their so-called laws, statutes, and commandments through their false religion because they ain't Israelites. It's the Israelites we need to get to disobey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because that's who they were given to. They weren't given to anybody else.
And that reminds me of the scripture where it say, all that seen her devour her. All the beasts of the field devour her. Because that's what they do to us, man. They devour us. And that's what they've done to us. This is a devoured people out here. We run around here with no identity, no knowledge of who we are, where we come from. We have nothing. We have nothing but oppression. Purposely oppressed. And then our oppressor devour us so much, and then do what? To keep us oppressed. He set it up so he can give all the businesses to the people that come into our community that's not us. He has a system in place so he can do that. Go ahead, sir.
And this is not, don't think we believe this is new because we learned about it in Deuteronomy 28.
Damn right.
And the stranger that is with you, that is in your neighborhood, shall get up very high, and you shall get very low.
Damn right.
And he shall be the lender, and you shall be the borrower.
Damn
and that's
right.
paraphrased in Deuteronomy 28. But the scripture already said, this is, matter of fact, this is how you know who you are. Just look at your neighborhood.
Damn right.
Now, if you're in the neighborhood where most of the chicken joints that the brother talking about are owned by the people who live in the neighborhood, you may not be an Israelite. You just may not.
You gotta double check that.
Yeah, I'm saying if you live in the neighborhood.
Damn right, sir.
Right? Especially in Michigan, in America, where all the people look like me, look like the brother, and y'all own all the chicken joints, y'all may not be Israelites. I'm being facetious, but y'all may not be Israelites. Because in the Israelite hood, if you, in the Israelite neighborhood, what you say, all the chicken joints are owned by who?
The Arabs.
You say, Negroes don't own chicken joints in Negroes' neighborhood, in the black neighborhood. You say, we don't own food, not yet. The ISUPK is bringing that on. Don't get me wrong. It's coming. It's gonna come hard. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it because it's what? It's gonna be in conjunction with the law, statute, commandments of the Most High.
Damn right.
Period.
Damn right, sir. And that's just, man, that just goes to show you, man, we have such a heavy task in front of us, man. Like the scriptures say, the work is a lot of work, but the workers are few. Because we got to work through what? Think about all the obstacles that the UPK have to go through. We have to go through Christians. We have to go through Islam. We have to go through fake Israelite groups. And fake Israelite groups are the worst. They are the worst. I mean, Christianity is the worst, but fake Israelite groups are the worst too. And here's why I say this. Because they watch our videos. They learn our breakdowns. They learn every single thing that they possibly can learn from us. And then branch off and go do some nonsense.
Something totally different.
Something totally different. Versus, if you learning from us, you should get in class. What in the hell are you doing? Branching off and going doing something, and and lead, and this is the problem. And they lead so many people astray because they don't know what they're talking about or doing. They think that they can just sit at home and watch some videos on YouTube and then they're ready to teach. You're not ready to teach, man. And you, and their blood gonna be required of you. The Most High gonna require your blood for what you doing to them people, man. And it's just like they don't care. So like Lamentations 2 and where we at, 16?
Lamentations 2. And we're going to pick it up at verse 16. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up.
They have swallowed us up, man. They meaning what? They have destroyed us. They have destroyed us. That's what they did. And look at us. We are destroyed because we're trying to do what? We're trying to follow behind everybody else because we don't know no other way. It's like, you got something, sir? Oh, because we don't know no other way. So we follow behind Islam. We follow behind Christianity. We want to celebrate Halloween. We want to eat fried ham sandwiches. And we think eating shrimp, we think we doing something when we eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. When we eat shrimp and lobster, surfing turf. You know what I mean? Which I used to be when I was in the world. I ain't know no better. Surfing turf, man. I thought I'd take my woman on a day and get some surfing turf. I thought I was doing something. I was being a disgusting fool. That's what I was doing. I was being a disgusting fool, surfing turf. You think you eating some top of the line when you eating some lobster, and you may as well be eating cockroaches. You may as well be eating cockroaches. You might as well fill your plate up with some goddamn cockroaches and dip them in some damn sauce, man. Your oppressor say, man, we swallowed them up. Because they know, mind you, this is the thing. They know who you are.
That's right.
So as they doing everything that they doing to you, they doing it to you knowing who you are inside of their mind. So always keep that in mind. They know the things that they doing to you, they're not doing them to you just because they don't like you. They doing them to you knowing who you are. Read on, Michelle.
Come. We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for.
And this is the day that they look for, man. They look for the day that we will fall. What's that scripture where it say, raise it, tear it down? That's in Obadiah, ain't it, Michelle?
I believe so.
Yeah, they looked for the day of our calamity. They looked for the day of our destruction, man. They look to get Meek Mills to start bunny hopping all over the place. They enjoying this, man. This is how you know this is their kingdom. This is how you know this is their kingdom, man. They have no type of compassion for us at all inside of this kingdom.
That's right.
No type of compassion whatsoever for you and I inside of this kingdom. They said, read that part again, Michelle.
Come. We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for.
They said, certainly this is the day that we look for. So when they drive past and they see us in the ghetto, they say, certainly this is the day that we look for. Certainly this is the day that we look for. When we standing in the DHS line trying to get our food stamps or whatever, they say, certainly this is the day that we look for. When they drive past and they see our brothers out on the corners, and certainly this is the day that they look for, man. This is the day that they look for, the day of our destruction. And they're going to do anything in their power to keep us down like that. That's why that Psalms 83 is so powerful, man. It said our enemies make a tumult, and it named them. You got Edom, Amalek, Ishmael,
That's right.
so forth, and the Hagarenes, so
That's
forth
right.
and so on, man. This is not what we live in today. Is not everyday life, but we don't realize that, and we don't know that. Why don't we realize and know that? Because this is all we've ever known. This is all we ever known. We even right now in our minds, sometimes us in the school, we just only imagine what the kingdom could be like. We can just imagine what the kingdom could be like. But we still gotta fight this everyday battle out here. So this is what we deal with every day. We get an idea of what the kingdom gonna, but that kingdom is going to be amazing. Salakia. I just had to add that too, to say the kingdom is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be amazing. But my point is this. Dealing with and waking up to this every day right now, this is our reality. It's our reality. That's what we gotta fight through and fight for our people. We gotta argue with, think about this. You see somebody about to jump off a ledge. They don't know they about to jump off the ledge. You trying to stop him and he want to argue with you about it. He want to argue with you about helping him and stopping him from harming himself, from killing himself, from jumping. That's what men in the UPK go through all the time on a consistent level. That's right. Every day. Every single day we wake up. That's the fight we fight. To help some brother or some sister save her life, man.
That's right.
Save her life. That's what we deal with in this school every single day. Go ahead.
Come. The Lord hath done, this is verse 17. The Lord
finish up that last part.
Okay, we have swallowed her up, certainly. This is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
They have found and they have seen it in this kingdom, man. They found it and they seen it. And that's why we showed that video of the baby walking around in a diaper. This is the day that they hoped for, and they found it, and they seen it. This is what they look to do to us, man. This is what they want to do to us. They want to destroy us as a people, man. They want to destroy us as a people. And that's what makes the UPK so important, because there's nobody else that's actually going out there and telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth. Nobody else is telling them the truth. Anybody else you see out there doing anything, they got some form of an angle. They got something underhand. It looked good on the surface, but when you dig down underneath the surface, some kind of way they tricking you, trapping you, robbing you, raping you, anything they can do to get over on you. Okay? And you see it all the time. You see it all the time, man. You hear about it all the time. Christianity, you always hearing about somebody getting molested or raped or some nonsense like that. Fake Israelite groups, you always hear about this, that, and the third. Somebody getting raped, robbed, murdered, whatever. But you don't, but not in this house, man. Because this house is protected by men who really serve the Most High. This house is protected by men who really serve the Most High. Okay? This house is really based and built on brotherhood, man. Really based and built on brotherhood, man. And that's how we're going to obtain the kingdom. And with that, I'm going to close the class. Shalom, Israel.
You ready for the next one?
No, just cut the class.